Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you, because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
She's probably put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
I want to be clear, though, it's not her first job. It's her first press briefing. She worked in the previous administration on Capitol Hill.
Keep an eye out, because the biggest surprise of the year just hit daytime TV. Joy Behar was fired after decades of being a fixture on The View, but not before she sparked a flurry of legal disputes, heated discussions, and social media mayhem. What took place behind the scenes? Did she jump, or was she pushed out? And how was everything made obvious by a single word? There will be a lot of drama, comedy, and awful things that happen in this novel, so stay tuned. Let's investigate it further. That's where it started. People gasped when Joy Behar stated something on a recent episode of The View. The show is renowned for its contentious debates and discussions. In reference to Karoline Leavitt, who was just appointed White House press secretary by Donald Trump, Behar stated that Leavitt's appearance was likely a factor in her hiring.
Speaking of Donald Trump, I was stunned and amazed by his new White House spokeswoman today. She's actually the youngest ever in that job. Karoline Leavitt, she's just 27 years old.
Yes, you heard correctly. It's not merely a low hit. This delves deeply into the negative aspects of the situation. Leavitt is the youngest White House press secretary in history, in case you missed it. Her age is 27. Despite being older, she has a long list of outstanding achievements on her portfolio, including working in Trump's campaign and serving as the communications head for other well-known Republican campaigns. But rather than emphasizing her credentials.
Karoline Leavitt, she's just 27 years old, but boy, was she giving it to the Trump haters in her first White House briefing.
Behar only discussed her appearance. It wasn't just a few folks who were offended by this insult. A firestorm was triggered. There was an immediate response. The audience let out a gasp. Additionally, a few of Behar's co-hosts appeared uncomfortable. Alyssa Farah Griffin, who previously worked for the Trump administration, swiftly retorted that it was only her first press briefing and not her first employment.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you, because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
You will experience significantly more tension as a result of what transpired online than from what actually occurred. On social media, many people of all political parties expressed their disapproval. Both supporters and detractors noted that Behar's remark was untrue because she has a long history of advocating for women's rights and feminism. Someone wrote that Republicans would be executed if they said anything even somewhat similar. Another person claimed that Joy Behar has demonstrated once more that the viewpoint only supports women who share their beliefs.
You might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table.
That was not the end of it. Yes, Karoline Leavitt decided not to overlook this. Leavitt went to great lengths to sue Behar, accusing her of defamation and damaging her character, rather than just expressing a remark. According to the lawsuit, Behar's statements were not only untrue, but also intended to harm Leavitt's standing in society. Not only was the case unexpected, but it was a direct hit to Behar and ABC, which broadcasts The View in the backdrop. Officials were reportedly struggling to decide what to do when commotion broke out at ABC. If they truly want to go ahead, should they publicly apologize, suspend Behar, or both?
Isn't it rich that The View is saying she got the job based on looks when DI is all about based on looks?
The employees at The View appeared to have conflicting opinions about cutting off any contact with her. While some discreetly acknowledged that things had gotten out of control, others hurried to defend Behar. Although Behar has already had difficulties, the stakes were significantly higher this time. ABC was in a difficult position as a result of the lawsuit and the significant public outcry. Rumors that ABC execs had been having emergency meetings behind the scenes for days prior to Behar's resignation fueled the flames even more. According to network insiders, executives were in a panic because some were worried that the case would further damage the network's reputation.
It's not. So first of all, and I have had my objections to the job that Karine Jean-Pierre did. She worked in politics for 21 years, 5 presidential campaigns, and worked in 2 administrations.
Although ABC has previously faced criticism for its frequently contentious content, This controversy was deemed particularly serious due to the possibility of legal repercussions. According to one network employee, it was tense and chaotic, and executives were treading carefully as they attempted to strike a balance between their allegiance to Behar and the mounting demand from outside the network to take action. It wasn't just the top that was stressed. It was reported that The View's employees were divided into two groups. Some strongly supported Behar and claimed that even though her viewpoint was incorrect, it wasn't deserving of such severe condemnation. Others believed that her remarks regarding Leavitt were excessive and unjustifiable, particularly considering that she claimed to support women's achievement. An anonymous employee reportedly stated, "This isn't the first time Joy has gotten us into trouble, but it feels like there's no way to fix it this time. There were rumors that the workplace was poisonous due to staff disputes. White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt is doing an excellent job. It's fantastic that the women of The View sense the green monster approaching them." Additionally, there were rumors that the incident's aftermath would possibly affect other co-hosts. The issue of whether ABC was accountable for the case further complicated matters. Experts were consulted by numerous news outlets over whether Behar's remarks qualified as defamatory. Given how specific and intimate Behar's remarks were, some feel Leavitt's case was well-founded. However, several claimed that Leavitt could struggle to demonstrate malice, which is a crucial component of defamation claims involving well-known individuals. Whatever happens, the upcoming legal situation is probably going to be a whole nightmare, and ABC might find itself in the middle. According to an expert, the network may attempt to disassociate itself from Behar's remarks, but a jury may find them partially culpable due to their airing. Similarly, Leavitt hasn't shied away from the spotlight since the controversy. She made even worse remarks about Behar's remarks in an exclusive interview with a conservative news outlet, calling them not just sexist, but also extremely unprofessional. By highlighting her accomplishments and background as evidence that she earned her position as press secretary and wasn't only handed it due of her appearance, Leavitt also took advantage of the opportunity to highlight her abilities. Many of her admirers have commended her for her composure and decision to defend herself against what they perceive to be an unfounded attack.
Karoline Leavitt is the press secretary at the White House, doing a great job. Such a great job that the ladies of The View feel the green monster come upon them.
Then came the news that nobody had anticipated. Joy Behar's departure from The View was announced by ABC. Since the announcement was made only a few days after Leavitt filed her petition, many believed it was not a voluntary resignation. In a hazy statement, the network merely stated that Behar had made the decision to leave and wished her luck. However, ABC employees claim that in order to save the show's survival, management forced her off. Although The View has seen many negative events in the past, this scandal may have been too much for them to handle. Joy Behar just shared her thoughts on why Leavitt was chosen for the position, stating that this woman is an excellent communicator. Put it gently, people's responses to Behar's departure have been conflicted. Because they believe it's time she received the punishment she earned for her divisive remark, some folks are glad she's departing. Perhaps they ought to shut down ABC Network, one admirer suggested. That would improve everything.